Welcome back, Collective. Welcome back to the Oracle's desk. I am your resident Oracle, Zeus's Oracle, to be really nerdy about it. We had a nice AM Charms poll this morning. Some fun stuff came out. I left God said, "Get your popcorn." Let me tell you, God has not been disappointing. It's a scribe. I am tired from my ordeal, Collective. I was selling my art all weekend. I saw the other day, Banksy actually put up a booth and was selling some like just quick canvases, right? For like $60. And these New Yorkers, they're just running here to there. And he even had to like lower prices. And ooh. Anyway, I was channeling that energy. It was a really strange sensation. Let's see here. Anyway, I was channeling that when I was out there, and the wind was blowing, and it was so hot. You would not believe how hot it is. I'm putting plants back outside because it's just so nice. Like, if that kind of tarot station interests you, if you want to hear about plant momming, hit subscribe, Collective. I'm sure to provide you with endless nonsense and dribble. Mildly entertaining. Oh yeah, Lord Ganesh came out. I forgot about that. Maybe I'll get a Lord Ganesh reading in too. Anyway, we're still under the sea. It's Pisces season, and it's the age of Aquarius. And it's just a lot of emotion. So I thought, let's go to the mermaids. Okay. So I'm going to let the cards decide where we begin. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's always better when we don't have any direction at all. Why do we need any direction? Spirit's going to guide us. Ooh. Knight of Pentacles. Spirit is going to guide us. This Knight of Pentacles is sitting under the grove, and it's so funny that I was making fun of being the Oracle of Zeus, because Zeus's Oracle is the Oracle of the Vocal Forest, which was in Dodona, Greece, I believe. And it was an ancient oak grove that had magic. There was magic wood, and it was a sacred grove. And in fact, Jason and the Argonauts used wood from the vocal forest as what they carved the mast for their ship out of in order to get them home safely and to be led intuitively and by God. So it's a big deal. And it was one of the first places the oracles were established. So I say that to you because I have a thing where I'm trying to revive tree divination. And tree divination looks like what she's doing. And I've been observing the trees because 404, because it is really warm and we had hardly any winter at all. And I was thinking, man, if I had a stone fruit orchard right now, I'd be dying. Because they need like a certain amount of time that they need to stay, in a frost state, in a frozen state, in order to create fruit the next year. So, and the trees out here already have new leaves. My car is covered in pollen. So I've been observing. So maybe you have too. But I call us Sisters of the Grove. I don't know why I say that, but there's another reader. Her name's Lana at the Lighthouse, and she kind of scries in the trees too. She's a very interesting take when she does it. So I always call her Sister of the Grove. Hey, Lana, if you're watching. So this might be for us. This might be for the Sisters of the Grove. And right away. Okay, normally I think this is wedding bells, right? But right now it's giving the other divination thing that people are just starting to get into, which is the bells. And so as I'm studying, as this girl here has a book in her hand. Let me see, I don't know if you can see that. She has a book in her hand and she's writing down. This charm set that came out this morning is the same, right? Bells and book. Now I give a blessing to the thing at the edges of the bells and the things at the edges of rings. I know that sounds really weird, but usually if you want to start to understand something, just acknowledge it in any way that you can, and messages will start coming to you. So every so often I get bell messages. It's Yellow Lodge stuff, which I'll start journaling now. But I think as I am studying the tree signs and learning how to use trees as divination tools, I believe that you are studying the bells and learning how the things at the edges of the bells and the things at the edges of the rings work. Hit subscribe. And as I recall, I remember was it? Oh, was it Aliens and Everyday Objects? Your mission, if you so choose it. It was Southwestern, right? We got a Texas boot here. Your mission, if you so choose, is to study the bells. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And if you choose to do this mission, it was like you have to like break up with your wife. Hey, listen, that or your husband. Listen, it was in the song. Watch the video. It was insane. Take it only if it resonates. I know. Hit subscribe. But anyway, like the duty was like you were supposed to start learning something about the bells, and there was something that you had to get right in your field because you were twisted. There was something you had to get right in your field so you could resonate correctly, so you could hear it. And then I remember saying it was something to do about the bells. So now here we are with the bells again. Oh my God. Spirit's trying to talk to us about the weirdest stuff. All right, so this is Unknown Magic. So we're in our first Yellow Lodge meeting. This is obviously going to be available to everyone until I can get membership going. Members only area. Should we get jackets? Yeah, we need windbreakers. Yellow Lodge windbreakers. I like it. Okay, I'm going to tell you because I've already blabbed about it enough anyway. Choice I'm choosing. I believe that Solomon's ring was not a ring that you put on your finger. It was knowledge. And to further my belief, I saw a video yesterday or the day before about Solomon and his ring. I was watching it. I think I posted it up on the community page. Anyway, they said in there that in ancient texts that it was in fact knowledge that he had obtained and not necessarily a physical ring that he wore on his hand. And I've been saying this for quite some time, so it was nice to have a little backup, right? So I'm going to tell you that because that's as far as I've gotten in the things with the edges of the bells and rings and stuff. There's something also with magnetizing iron. So iron will, if you put a magnet near iron, it will magnetize the iron. So there's something about that and ringing the bell. And also about you, because you as a person are a magnet or something like that, or you have iron in your blood Therefore, you can be magnetized by another magnet, like the iron in the bell is magnetized, or something like that. I'm trying to think of what else have I gotten. This has been like a few years. This is like our first bell lesson. I was encouraged by a reader who called me the Raggedy Empress, by the way. Hit subscribe. I'm not raggedy anymore. I've lost like over 100 pounds, and I have, started putting makeup on and trying for my music and stuff like that. I'm being very candid with you because I want you to understand. Anyway, he told me that I should start wearing bells. And I had a really big problem with this because I am, if you do not know, half Black. I'm Black American, and I am a descendant of slaves. And there are some things that I don't do because of that. And I don't know why. Some people are like this and some people aren't. We all have our things. Hit subscribe. But being cuffed or chained or having to wear a bell like a cat really was real rough for me to like come to terms with that. Okay. um, but then I remembered that a lot of times these things are put in our lives in order to be a hindrance to you exploring them, right? So, like, some people won't touch cotton. You know what I mean? Like, some people won't, you know what I mean? Like, it could be that shallow, but it could also be really deep too. Like, anyway, this is just my journey. This is my experience. So, when I wore it, I was really skeptical at first, and I had bells on for about 2 years, and I don't wear them anymore because I'm not really in a. I'm going to a lot of places, and if I lose them, I'll be devastated. But it helped me commune and get to understand the bells and the resonance and nature spirits and things like that. And it was really eye-opening. And I'm really glad that I had let go of that bias that I had. I had the same kind of bias with organized religion. I still have a problem with Christianity and Catholicism and anything in a book. Okay, I don't like it. And that's totally cool if you like it. I'm fine with that. I'm just very distrusting people. Anyway, so I keep getting the chariot. Anyway, so the things at the edges of the bells and the things at the edges of the rings, I've been working with for a while. So now I've caught you up to where I am. We are 12 minutes and 50 seconds in. And I think that's what this Two of Swords is letting me know. Like, we need to face. Maybe you are somebody that is dealing. It's funny, I keep running into people with witch wounds. Even that word, for me, it was difficult for me to get around it. Hearing the word witch wound, I would shut right off. I'm like, off, because I had biases. And the same thing with the religion. And I wouldn't even, I couldn't even like explore Psalms, because I was just so like, get it away. So there's these things that come up in our lives that kind of keep us from exploring these other energies. And if you can get over those things. So that was one of the things that I was like, no, we're gonna try it. And I'm really glad that I did because I learned a lot. So I'm explaining this to you because you may need to wear bells. If you are a woman, ankle bells are nice because they're not too loud. And sometimes you do feel like a house cat a little bit, a little bit. But also it's like you're sprinkling like little fairy sparkle magic all over. If you think about it like that, it becomes very magical. Yeah. You want to keep this in a really magical text. You want to keep it playful and fun and childlike. Sweet, soft, angelic emotions. Yeah. Let's see. What else can I tell you about the bells? Yeah, this is coming. Look, we got the chariot again. What's behind it? It's a shark's teeth. Snarky shark wants to speak. Mm-hmm. New career. Fuck off. Yeah. I don't know what we'll call ourselves. The Bells. I don't know. I don't know what to call the Bells group. I'm gonna leave that to you guys because I already have enough on my plate. I'd prefer that other people start getting involved in some of these things. This might take a while. Don't worry if nothing happens or you don't see anything for a while. The energies ebb and flow, I notice, and they come and they leave. Yeah, just be yourself. Explore the energy. It is here for your exploration. Let's see. What else can we get about the bells, guys? Ooh, the incense curled. Oh, maybe the Masons. That's old magic. Oh, I love Snarky Shark came out. I don't know. I saw those knives and I was like, shark. I saw the shark's mouth. Huh. Let's see here. Oh, I hope these are helping. Anyway, so I also work with tuning forks. And then I do a lot of frequencies, chimes, and just background radio chatter. Um, Try to get yourself wind chimes. Wind chimes are key. But we're starting to speak to the things at the edges of the rings and the things at the edges of the bells. That to me symbolizes a reverberation, or we're just acknowledging that we feel the reverberation or that it's there. I don't know, but I do know that we're trying to figure this out. So we got to play. We really got to play if we're going to get into this bells thing. And we're going to crack it here on this tarot station. One more. One more, please. That's right, collective. Delving into the depths. We're going deep, collective. Deep, deep, deep into bell territory. Bell territory. Oh, yeah, mallets. All right, let's get. Yeah, we're going to learn about this. We're going to make ourselves uncomfortable. Yeah, to get enlightenment. I love that. We're going to make ourselves uncomfortable to gain enlightenment. Okay, something about bells being attraction. Okay, so we have the 8 of coin. Mallets are there. Welcome to the noble art of divination. 8. Oops. Let me see here, collective. Sorry. I'm dyslexic. I need my tool. It is an inner purpose to carry out a project. Predicts strength and economic power. Okay, cool. No, there's something about that though. Is something about the metal. There's something about the metal gold. 8. The gold lesson. 8 is Saturn, right? Saturn is big lessons. Oh, yeah. And that's one of the things from your reading. Yeah. So it was the aliens one. I'll put it down in the link. Economic power. Something about strength and power is really standing out to me. Let me know what stands out to you in the comments if you're vibing on this. Now, so we've got the metal. And so here's the mallet we're going to hit it with. And it's funny the number 6 is there. Okay. Bringing it to Earth. 1919 on the clock. Six. It shows the harmonious and balanced completion in the material realm. Predicts a good performance at work, harmony and concrete progress throughout willpower and perseverance. Come on. That's awesome. For real? Harmonious. That's music, right? Bells, the tone. In the material realm, I said 6. That makes sense. Harmony and concrete progress through willpower and perseverance. I love this for us, collective. We're about to get it. Where's the Ace of Cups? Let's see. The triumph of emotions and deep feelings. It is the fraternal leadership and restoration of honor. Yeah, we're gonna get ourselves into this like uncomfortable position, and we're gonna be willing to look foolish and stupid and try to just explore this energy with play. Play is very meditative, and bells are meditative. I don't know. That was the thing I was trying to think of the other day when I was talking about play. When you're playing, you get into a different meditative state than you do when you do anything else. And that's why it's so important for us um, to keep it in our lives, because there's a lot of magic in there. We're getting back to it, collective. We're getting back to it. Only we can. Let's have one Shakespeare so we don't get too high and haughty. Because we've got all these special gifts, collective. You know, it's so funny. You see people and you're like, oh, that reader had like 800 people watch that read, man. There's no way that there was anything resonating with me. There, you know, there's so many people in the world. It could have resonated with anyone. And then you get out in the world and you're like, holy shit, I'm alone. Oh my God, where is everyone? We are spread out far and few between, collective. And I'm in Texas, okay? Texans can do it. Texans can do it. I'm always pleasantly surprised. Excellent musicians here. If you want to be in a music scene, but don't come here because you'll ruin it. Yeah, Joker. Look, Jack. You've got to be willing to be seen as foolish. You got to be willing to be seen as a jackass. If you're going to wield this type of magic, you got to be willing to look like an asshole. Can you look like an asshole? Can you be uncomfortable in your assholedom? It is holy. Ass holy. Look, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. There we go. Jack's here. Oh, God. Why can't I read good? By this light, most perfidious and drunken monster, when his god's asleep, he'll rob his bottle. You got to be willing to look stupid. Mm-hmm. You know what robbing God's bottle's giving a little bit? Prometheus. Right? It's giving a bit of Prometheus. I was getting a little oracle stuff from here, but that was from the... So, I don't know what we're going to call us. We got to come up with a group name. You guys are way more clever than I. So I'll leave that to grow. I'm sure 2 people will watch this video, but you know what? You 2 are the first 2. And put a comment down below and I will get you in membership into the Yellow Lodge for free. If you want one. I'll give you a month. Wow, Jack's here. We're being tested, collective. Can we be that asshole that uncovers the secrets that are living at the edges of the bells? What happened to the bells? Why did they take them all down? Where did they go? We're digging them up. What are they going to do when we get them all back? I don't know. I don't know, collective. Are you willing to be a jackass? Are you willing to look like a fool?